Tika came to us from the Weston County Humane Society in Wyoming. She was rescued by them when she was just about a year old. The shelter identified her as a service dog candidate for us and sent her to our facility in Inglewood, Colorado. And I met Tika there. I fell in love with her instantly. She came out of her kennel to go for a potty break, and I snagged her as my dog in training. She's wonderful.
Usually they said it would take up to 6 months to a year to be matched with a dog. I was matched with Tika in 3 weeks. It was cool because her and I just got along so well the first day that Stephanie let me take her with me. No one else, I was a special one. So I took Tika with me, and ever since then, if it wasn't for her, I'd be dead right now.
I'm Clarissa, and I'm the founder and national director of Pets for Vets. We rescue shelter dogs, we train them, and we specifically match them to veterans to match their personality and their lifestyle to the temperament of the dog to help them with things like post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, anxiety, and depression.
No jumping.
Blaze's application stood out to me from the beginning because there's a question on there saying, what are you looking for in a dog? And he didn't say a specific breed, he didn't say short hair, long hair, he didn't say male, female, it wasn't anything specific, it was I just need a companion, a dog that I can love, that can love me back.
So she had me close my eyes, open my door, and then I heard the collar, and then the first thing the dog did was sniff my hand. And then I started to pet her, and she said, okay, you can touch her and stuff. And then she said, you can open your eyes. And we made eye contact, and I started crying.
She knows when I'm upset, you know. She knows when I'm having issues and anxiety, and she'll come over and snuggle up next to me and lick my face and put her paw on me. And she gave me that satisfaction that I'm not alone anymore. You know, I have somebody next to my side 24/7. I don't have to worry about looking over my shoulder. It's what she does.
Tika was a good match for Andrew. She just has a very soft temperament. She's very in tune with what your emotions are, what your feelings are. Part of her training was to recognize when Andrew was feeling stress in public. We trained the dogs to post and block, which is to come in front or stand behind if we have somebody that's standing too close or crowding the client. And Tika kind of offered that naturally.
She'll just watch my back. And that takes so much off of my shoulders. I've calmed down a lot.
All that I needed to know was that she was a rescue dog, too. The whole rescue aspect, taking care of one another, is very much prevalent. In other words, I was in need of help. I've been through stuff. I've gone through hell, and I need help. Same thing with her. She was a stray. She was probably obviously abused. She was covered with mange, and she was really skinny, and you could see her rib cage. She had scars all over her face. So we were both kind of in the same boat, so to speak. Even though she's a dog and I'm a human being, we still feel the same pain. We still felt the same isolation, not being loved, being by ourselves. So we're kindred spirits, and we're helping one another daily.
Dogs are very tolerant of human beings. They form very strong bonds. Most veterans feel safer with a trusted colleague, and there's no more trusted colleague for a vet than a dog.
We meet a lot of dogs going through our program because not every dog makes it as a service dog, but some dogs are just born to do it, and Tika was one of them.
From what I know, she was given up for adoption. So she went into the shelter, and then Freedom came and got her, you know, and adopted her, and she was the best dog in my class.
They put her in a shelter in the valley somewhere in San Fernando, and that's where Clarissa found her.
I was meeting a lot of different dogs, and none of them were the right dog for Blade, but when I met Bravo, I could just tell that she had been through a lot, and the same feeling that I got from Blade was the same feeling I was getting from her, yet she also had this sort of goofy, playful side, and I knew that that goofiness was what was going to keep Blade from getting too much into his head, or when he was in his head, it was going to bring him right out of what he was going through.
In getting Bravo, I was able to admit that I needed to look for help. I was able to just feel that there was something worth living for. I wouldn't be here talking to you right now had it not been for her.
People say suicide is very selfish. I get that. But when you're in the zone, you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about it's selfish and you have people that care about you. I understand that. But what people don't understand is the terror that just just plays over and over and over and over and over again inside your head. And it literally drives you insane. She's kind of taken all that anxiety away, most of it. I still have my days, still have my nights. But she'll wake me up out of my night terrors, and she'll lick my face and let me know everything's all right. And she just gives me that okay, that you're good, you're not alone.
I'm a lot less of a hothead. I don't get pissed off all the time anymore. This dog has done so much for me, and I feel that, you know, they kept saying, I'm gonna get a dog, I'm gonna get a dog, and it was the other way around. You know, she was gonna get a person to be able to take care of. She has done more for me in a short amount of time than a lot of my really close friends have over my lifetime. She has literally just saved my life and been here. So that I could continue what I need to do. And now I'm all gung-ho about wanting other Marines or other military personnel to know that they too can have a sheltered dog, and I don't know if it's going to save their lives, but there's certainly a potential, the hope. There's hope now, I guess is the word I want to use, that it's going to be okay and that things aren't as screwed up as they think they might be. It's cool to see so many organizations springing up all over the country that are honestly and sincerely devoted to helping us. Because God bless the Veterans Administration, Veterans Affairs, they're trying their best with what they have to deal with and just starting to come up with novel programs and helping reach out.
Good girl.
We're not going to have enough resources to deal with all the men and women coming back with PTSD. We know that.
As a Marine combat veteran, it's a unique honor for me to see this bill considered today by the full House.
The Veterans Dog Training Therapy Act is not only my first bill, but it is extremely important. And I'm very, very pleased that it has passed the House already. This is a pilot program to get started. We're going to have those with post-traumatic stress train shelter dogs to get them certified so that they can then help veterans that are disabled. Whether a veteran has lost a limb or 2 limbs and they need a dog to help open doors or pick things up. So it's veterans helping veterans, and the best part is when you marry them together, these dogs that need that chance and these veterans that are putting their lives back together, trying and fighting to assimilate back into society, it's a huge win for everyone. And I can tell you, these shelter animals are marvelous, wonderful animals that I can tell you firsthand bring so much joy into my life, and I know they'll bring them into these veterans' lives.
I'm trying to deal with that sad statistic that's out there that more of us are dying by their own hands here at home than have all the casualties of both Iraq and Afghanistan combined since the whole thing's begun.
I feel if we pull in service dogs into this situation, we're going to save a lot of soldiers because they have somebody that they can put their hand on and realize that there's somebody there that cares for them. And that takes this hand off your head, puts the gun down. Or takes this hand with the cup of pills and puts it down and focuses on her.
I keep thinking about the other brothers and sisters that I have that are still over there right now and are coming back, and I want them to get a dog.
There's so many amazing animals in shelters right now that can make wonderful companions but aren't having the chance because there's just so many dogs in shelters, and it's really important to rescue. It's really important that you know, we're helping them and we're helping get them out and to stop that 4 million to 6 million being euthanized across the country.
I think the word is getting out. More and more soldiers and veterans want to know how they can get a dog. We've had soldiers or veterans call them their battle buddies, because even when humans fail them, the dog is always right there.
What's it called? What's it called? I'm not alone. There's guys out there who have been through this and worse, and 10 times worse. If one of my brothers or sisters in the hospital was having a tough time, I would bring Tika around. And people that I didn't think would ever smile again smiled. You know, I felt like it was my duty to really push this out there The guys were asking me, I called Aaron or I called Stephanie and said, I got another one for you, I got another one for you, I got another one for you. Here's the application. Having Tika and being retired and back home, I'm definitely happier than I've been in a long, long time. Yeah, she makes all the pain go away.
Shelter pets are amazing pets. There are so many things you can do to get involved. You can adopt, foster, create an online profile for a pet, volunteer, and donate food, toys, and blankets. Please go to shelterme.com to learn how you can help your local shelter.
Shelter me from the lonely rains. If you let me in, baby, I can do the same. Shelter me, and I will care for you. We can see what love can do, and I can shelter you too.